This is Brian Gootkin, Director of the Montana Department of Corrections. 5 years ago, he was Gallatin County Sheriff when a lightning strike that had been smoldering for days turned into the Bridger Foothills Fire.
First thing I thought of was all of these homes that are up in the hills, one way in, one way out, and just what a nightmare it was going to be, not only for firefighters, but for our troops on the ground to be able to do evacuations if we were needing to do that.
That fire started near the M, but Mother Nature had other plans for Labor Day weekend 2020.
It's just worst case scenario between the dryness and then the wind. It took it up over the M and took it right along the ridge here. But again, I think one of the coolest things was immediately my phone blew up and I'm getting phone calls from sheriffs around the state saying, we're headed your way, what do you need?
Some homes were lost, no lives were. And in the midst of this nearly 9,000-acre blaze, there were some positive stories.
I was coming up Bridger Canyon, and all of a sudden I see this black thing, little black thing on the hill, and I'm like, what? And then I took a second look, and it's this black bear cub. So I got my phone out, and of course the road shut down, so it's safe. And I videoed this little guy, and he came down, and he was boogieing, and because he was worried, and I got him crossing the highway. But that, it's just those types of things when you're out and about and things are happening, that it was, it's just one of those things. And yet, it's one of those where you feel like everything's going to be okay, as bad as it is. It's like, we're going to be all right. So.
While Gootkin and emergency crews worked to save homes and lives, others went to work to help with animals.
I've been all over the country, but I will tell you that that's what's unique to Montana is when we have bad days, we all collectively help one another and get through it. And
we're told by police officers that no one was going to come up and get us if we got trapped. So we knew the danger of walking into it. We weren't trying to risk anybody's lives, but we also just wanted to get the animals and get out, sort of.
It's neat 5 years later to look back at it. It was a little hectic then, and that was like my last hurrah as sheriff, because then I moved on. But just to watch not only the emergency responders come together and just do an amazing job, but also Montanans helping Montanans. It's why we live here.
For his more than 20 years in law enforcement, his team's response 5 years ago, a pinnacle of that career.
But to this day, I look back, and that was probably one of the proudest events that we've ever done. And just because it was so big, and again, there was such an opportunity for loss of life, not one life. It could not be more proud.
Ultimately, the Bridger Foothills Fire was contained to just over 8,000 acres. 68 structures, including 30 homes, were destroyed. One firefighter was injured and 3 others had to seek shelter in an emergency escape shelter because of shifting winds. 5 years later, all that remain are memories and blackened stumps of that terrifying Labor Day weekend 5 years ago. In Bridger Canyon, Chet Lehman, MTN News.